Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's video. Going to have a look at weather the next 10 to 14 days for today's video. Day 10 will take us to the 14th of October, and we'll be able to extend out beyond that with the extended GFS and ECM ensembles, because they run around a couple of weeks. We'll have a look at CFS-V2 at the end of the video for the next 4 weeks. That will get us towards the end of the month, and I shall get on with that for you in a moment. Just to say that the first video today was our 6 AM upload, and if that wasn't enough, we've also released the EC 30-day slash 6 weeks look ahead for the UK and for the rest of Europe as well. So check out those 2 videos if you'd like to do that. Please like, share, subscribe on the video. Thank you so much for both doing that. Make sure you give us a sub as well, and thank you so much, because we've only got to put on like 6 more subscribers now to get to 14.5k. We are very, very close to 14,500. So if you could give us a sub, tell friends and family to subscribe as well, and help get us to 14.5k, that would be absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much everybody for doing that. Got a very interesting day coming up tomorrow. I'll tell you about that at the end of the video. Right then, well, let's get on with your 10 to 14 day. I hope you're having a lovely Tuesday. Let's do it then, shall we? Let's do it. Oh, and by the way, thank you so much for a lovely live stream last night, and welcome to our new channel members as well. So we picked up 6 new channel members. My good friend James 098 gifted 5 channel memberships, and the lovely Juliet Gray also gifted a channel membership too. So welcome, and welcome so much to our new channel members, and thank you so much to James and to Juliet for the channel membership gift. And it was a lovely live stream, so thank you so much everybody for making last night's stream so absolutely fantastic. Right, let's go on with today's 14 day then. So we're going to begin in tropical Atlantic. We've got 2 interest areas. We've got a yellow X just there, a red X over there. The yellow X is disturbance 2 with a 20 to 40% chance of cyclone formation within the next 5 days. And then we've also got disturbance 1 with an 80% chance of cyclone formation in the next 2 days and 5 days. So that looks very likely to become our next tropical storm. They're saying a broad low pressure system located a few hundred miles west-southwest of the Cabo Verde Islands continues to produce a large area of showers and thunderstorms. Environmental conditions are currently conducive for development, and tropical depression is likely to form during the next day or so, while moving northward at about 10 miles per hour over the eastern tropical Atlantic. Upper level winds are expected to become less conducive for development by Wednesday and Thursday. So that may reach tropical depression, possibly tropical storm, but might not go stronger than that, at least not initially, as the upper level winds aren't going to be all that conducive. But that's likely to be our next named tropical storm. Keep an eye on that, of course. We've got our first CT provisional number in for October. So provisional to the 3rd, we're standing at 13 degrees, 13.0, which is 2.4 degrees above average. That is provisional to the 3rd of October. So very mild start to the month. Very early days on that, though. I think we'll see that coming down quite readily over the next week or so. More about that in a second. Again, confirmation that September came in at 14.4, which was only 0.9 of a degree above average. So 13 degrees, 30.0 for the first 3 days of October. We should wait and see where that goes. We'll keep monitoring it through the month. This is the reason I think that's going to come down in the next few days, because it looks like we'll be turning cooler. These are the GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles next couple of weeks. We're at Belfast, so quite a way away from the CT region. But I think this is relatively representative of what we're going to see, in other areas. So we're starting off warmer than average at the moment, quite significantly above that red line. But by the time we get through the second half of this week, we've gone down closer to normal. And then it looks like we go into like a zonal spell then. So a little bit up and down with cooler and warmer and cooler and warmer sectors alternating with one another. In October, that probably brings us out close to average. But as we go into the middle part of October, this period just here, it looks like there's a more general drop in the temperature that may be taking place there. So possibly around the middle part of October into the second half of the month, it might start to become colder. In terms of precipitation, just looks quite unsettled. Remember, this is for Belfast, it can be very exposed to the Atlantic and whatnot, but it looks pretty unsettled, I have to say. Maybe a drier interlude there at the end of this week and into the weekend, but before that we've got wet weather to come, and after that, as we go through the second week of October up to mid-month, it looks like there's going to be some quite wet weather mixed in there as well. Temperature anomalies on the 4th to the 12th of October are going to be above average, not just the UK, but for most parts of Europe. Precipitation anomalies from the 4th to 12th of October are going to be wetter than average in the north and drier than average in the south. The latest wind blow map from earthnullschool.net shows that we're bringing southwesterly winds today, so it is very mild today across much of the country. Those winds are coming down from somewhere close to the Azores and whatnot. Lots of low pressure in the Atlantic though, so although it's mild, it is also quite unsettled, and tonight it's likely to become a little bit stormy actually in the northwest with some gale force winds and some heavy rain. That's how we look with the latest UK Met Euro run as we get through the Friday with high pressure to the south, low pressure to the north. We're bringing in like a flat westerly flow, so it looks mild but showery on Friday. Into Saturday, we're going to try and build up a little bit of a ridge of high pressure. It's only ahead of the next area of low pressure heading in from off the Atlantic Ocean. So by the time we get through to the end of the weekend, there's a bout of rain coming in from the west. And as we get to the end of the UK Euro run, again, we've got a little bit of a ridge from the Azores bearing to the south, but further north and west, low pressure will keep the unsettled weather going up there. Icon looks like that again, rather flat westerly on Friday with showers in the north, probably mostly dry in the south. Over the weekend, Saturday will be a drier day, but Sunday or Saturday night into Sunday probably turns wet and windy, especially so again in the north and west. And then this low pressure deepens as we get into Monday. That could bring some gale force winds into the northwest on Monday, and we keep that train of westerly winds going then right the way up to the end of the Icon run, which today gets us to midday on Tuesday. GFS midnight run once more has high pressure to the south, low pressure to the north. We're bringing most flat westerlies on Friday into the weekend. There's a little bit of a ridge building there for Saturday. Should give us quite a pleasant day, but it's only ahead of the next area of low pressure coming in off the Atlantic. That probably brings another bout of rain through the country during the course of Sunday. Then we're into this southwesterly wind as we go into Tuesday, so that's going to be quite mild. And then up toward day 10, we find an area of low pressure deepening and sweeping across Scotland. As that one clears out of the way, it begins to turn the wind into more of a northwesterly. And so this is where the cold snap could come in around the middle part of the month. That low pressure clears off up towards Scandinavia. We get a mid-Atlantic ridge developing, and that pulls the wind into the north, and that looks like quite a short-lived cold snap, but maybe enough to produce some overnight frost. And it stays pretty cool then with the GFS midnight run right up to the very end. Actually, this is to the 20th of October, and winds coming in from the northwest. So mid-month to the second half looks like it's got a bit of a change going on there. Something rather colder with the GFS midnight run. Let's see what the 6 has to say. So once more, high pressure is reaching into the south. Tomorrow, Friday, low pressure is out to the north. Over the weekend, try to build up a little bit of a ridge into the south on Saturday, but it's only had the next area of low in the Atlantic, which will push through during Sunday and into Monday. Through next week, we stay westerly and Atlantic driven right the way up toward day 10. Again, though, same idea. This area of low pressure around day 9, 10, day 10 being the 14th of October. Of course, this area of low pressure sweeps across Scotland and turns the wind into this colder northwesterly, and then we turn the wind into the north around the 15th of October. So again, the GFS 6Z is also going for this mid-month cold snap. Keeps the wind in from the northwest to the north, then into the second half of the month as well. But by the very end, which gets us 20th of October, just signs that the high pressure begins to slip southwards, allowing milder air to come back in from off the Atlantic. But that's about a 5-day cold snap there that the GFS 6Z is going for as well. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for doing that. We're so close now to 14.5k. So if you could give us a sub, it would be absolutely fantastic. And about 5 or 6 subscribers is all we need now to get to 14.5k. It'd be amazing if we could do that. Thank you so much, everybody. Right, GM, again, with high pressure south, low pressure to the north, looking flat and westerly on Friday. Into the weekend, a little bit of a ridge there. Should give us quite a nice Saturday but only have the next area of low pressure in the Atlantic, which pushes through the country with its weather fronts on Sunday. Into the early part of next week, stays quite unsettled. Not a little bit stormy there around the 14th of October. That's day 10. And that's below, but could, if it pushes to the east, trigger the wind to go into the north on its backside. And then we go through the ECM WF, which again is having high pressure south, low pressure north on Friday, so mild and Atlantic driven. Then into the weekend, this trough of low pressure pushes through during Sunday. That brings some spells of rain, and the unsettled weather continues then right way up towards day 10. Not much of a sign of a northerly for me, but with the ECM, I have to say. That's day 10 to the 14th of October, and the wind is still well and truly into the southwest at that point. So out of all of the models, I think the GFS, GEM, and ECM, I think the ECM is the one that probably wouldn't go for a northerly for the middle of the month. Precipitation forecast based on that ECM run from tomeshow.com. Showering rain coming and going over the next few days, definitely. So plenty of showers, longer spells of rain coming and going all the way up towards day 10. Another big area of wet weather waiting in the wings in the Atlantic there for day 10. These are the options on the table within the ECM ensembles today for day 10, which gets us to the 14th of October. From the Icelandic Met Office, 18 members of the ECM ensembles, including control and the operational run with low pressure to our west, and that's drawing in this southwesterly wind, so wet but mild. Then we've got another 18 just here with low pressure more or less over the top of the country. That's the kind of scenario that the GFS is going for, I think, as that low pressure clears east with the ridge building in the Atlantic there. That's the one that could turn the wind into the north. And then 15 with low pressure to west, high pressure is over Scandinavia. So a bit of a battle going on with that one. The high pressure over Scandinavia wants to bring in easterly, low pressure in the Atlantic wants to maintain west or southwesterlies. In 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got. This gets us to the 19th of October. 26 members of the ECM ensembles with a trough low pressure over slightly to the south of the country, combined with the mid-Atlantic ridge. That's the one that's going to be pulling in colder air from the north. So that's going in the same direction as, for example, the GFS midnight and 6Z runs. We've got 14 with high pressure ridging in from the Atlantic. That brings us mostly dry weather. It could be a little bit chilly though with that. Maybe some overnight frost and fog. And then we've got 11 just here with high pressure to the south-southwest, low pressure to the north. And that's just looking rather westerly and quite mild and Atlantic driven, you would have thought. 732 finally, and then we're done with this video. So these are 500 millibar height knowledge broken down into weekly periods. So the first week period will take us from the 4th to the 10th of October. The coming week will have high pressure to the south, and it will have low pressure to the north, and that leads us into a westerly flow, so mild but unsettled for the north, mostly dry down in the south. Week 2 is going to be the 11th to the 17th of October. Again, low pressure is to our north. High pressure is pulling away to our west. So that is more unsettled and a little bit cooler as well as we bring in the wind from the northwest with that to some degree. Week 3 is going to be the 18th to 24th of October. High pressure then is to our west-southwest. Low pressure is getting pushed northwards. That's probably back to quite mild conditions, although there might be a northwesterly element to that. So that could be a little bit cool, but I think really that will take us back to like mild west or southwesterlies. And then week 4 looks quite interesting. This is the 25th to the 31st of October, with high pressure building up towards Scandinavia. Now, this can be quite mild, as the wind will be coming in from like a southerly or southeasterly direction. But it won't take that much for the wind to go easterly there, maybe into early November. If that Scandinavian high is maintained, we would see wind going into the east. And of course, that could be cold as we get into November. So possibly into the Scandinavian high there by the end of October. I think that's something Terry was pinpointing could happen late on in October, wasn't it, in his monthly forecast that we released yesterday. So that's interesting. Interesting what the CFS is showing that. But of course, it's week 4. It's a long way out. and therefore probably won't verify, but we'll keep an eye on it. Right, okay, we're done there. So if you enjoyed the video, can you like, share, subscribe? Thank you so much for doing that. Don't forget to tell your friends to subscribe as well. And why not drop a comment and let us know what you think about all of our videos. I mean, thank you so very much for doing that. Just 5 or 6 more subscribers will get us to 14,500. It's so close to it. Please give us a sub, and thank you so much. Right, just to say what's coming up tomorrow, it'll be a different day tomorrow. So, the rumours are true. I don't know if you've heard this along the grapevine, but the rumours are true. Wednesday live streams are coming back. We used to live stream in the pandemic on a Sunday, on a Wednesday, and on a Friday. So, the Sunday streams always used to be 6 p.m, Wednesday stream was always 6 p.m, the Friday stream, of course, late in the evening. Around 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. So the Sunday live stream has been moved to Monday and has become later in the evening. So that's at 8 p.m. now, every Monday. However, I know there are some people that can't watch that late. So for those people, I thought it would be nice if we sort of did an earlier stream in the evening for them. And so, yes, Wednesday live streams are coming back. It's going to be interesting to see what the response to that is. I don't know whether, people want me to live stream at 6 p.m. on a Wednesday evening, but it was an old live stream slot. We did it for quite a long time. About a year, I think, maybe a little bit longer. And yeah, so Wednesday streams are back. Tomorrow we will be live streaming, therefore, at 6 p.m. And what we're going to do on that live stream is live stream a 10 to 14 dayer for you. And we will bring you this month's ECM, or hopefully, we'll bring you this month's ECMWF seasonal update as well. That will be live tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Before that, we'll have a 6 a.m. upload. And we're going to be having a new feature tomorrow as well for America. So I want to get back to doing a little bit of forecasting for the United States. So there'll be a new video coming up for America tomorrow. And then, so it's 6 a.m. upload, American video forecast. 6 p.m. will be live stream at 10 to 14 dayer. And then, straight after the live stream, as soon as the live stream ends, we'll release the first sneaky peeky for Christmas 2022. We'll have a bit of fun with that. First sneaky peeky for Christmas will be released. As soon as I stop the live stream, I will enable the sneaky peeky to go public. So everybody on the live stream, just hang around the channel, and the sneaky peeky for Christmas 2022 will pop up. So, going to be a fun day tomorrow, and we'll see how it all pans out. I'm looking forward to getting on into and I'll see you live then tomorrow evening. But before then, of course, there will be a couple of videos for you to watch as well. That's it for this video. You enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, and thank you so much for watching.